galactic civil war spreads across the sun. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion. This is Arc 4, Episode 16, and I'm Andarda. I'm the GM for this adventure, and I'm using she/they pronouns.
Hi, I'm Henry. I use she/they pronouns, and I'll be playing Isasol An, who uses she/her pronouns, and she's the ship pilot and captain.
I'm Sammy, pronouns are she/they, and I'm playing Vadalorn Cursed, also she/they, and I am a career martial artist.
And I am Erica Goodwitch, and I play Norin Gremian, they/them engineer scientists.
And to get to know our characters a little bit better, we get one to ask the rest a question. And today it is Vadalorn's turn.
So, this is a critically important question to ascertain everyone's personality. What's her holocron background wallpaper?
Isasol immediately turns hers on, and it just like flickers, and it's just like a collage of pictures of her and Norin together.
Yay, I should have expected.
Like, I don't know why no one should be surprised at this. I'm a very passionate person. I get very obsessed.
Norin, is yours a picture of the chemical compound for coffee? For calf?
Oh no, but that's a good one. No, mine is, and they turn it on, and it is a picture of the sunrise on Muriel.
Oh, that's
and cool. Isasol would recognize it as being from the family campgrounds, and you can see Festival of Stars, like the astronomical event happening in the sky.
Huh.
I remember that I was there.
Yeah, you were.
Mine's just a selfie, so...
Are you flexing?
Would you believe me if I said no?
I wouldn't, no.
No, I'm very full of myself. It's fine.
We start off with Isasol running down the corridors of the Codfather. Lights are on sort of nighttime mode, so they're dimmed so that other people can sleep around them and it doesn't really mess up things, especially here on a planet. Isasol, after having been distracted by a visage in the mirror, then, if I remember correctly, was turning to the cockpit to try and get to the weapons console. Is that correct?
So, yes, it is. And she does her sprint in Norin's body. It's a little bit more awkward than she's used to, but she's just kind of like, oh wait, no, Norin has the same agility as I do. Actually, no, it's just perfectly fine. It's just like slightly different. But tries to do her normal move of jumping to the cockpit quickly. Well, not in the cockpit, in the gunner seat quickly. She awkwardly falls in though. She doesn't have that same like muscle memory of jumping into it like it's nothing as she normally does. So she kind of like falls into the seat and trusts the vision she had like earlier, like a few moments ago, and just slams the fire button or activate button with it being a tractor beam.
Considering it's a weapons console, considering this is where Kedra normally is sitting, it all could be the fire button. Because this has already been set up in the Force Vision, it was rolled in between recording sessions. And for that, it was Isasol's normal gunnery against trying to use the tractor beam on such a small vehicle in comparison. The end result was 2 successes and 1 despair. What this is doing, so with that, result, I'll now have the camera continue on past Izazel using Norn's body on the bridge, and out through the bridge window, we then see Lone, who is there with bulked up as big as they possibly can be as their giant load lifter body. They've got a Z on Lone's shoulder with his late repeating blaster slung under one of the arms, doing their best Rocket and Groot impression as the two of them are pointing towards this delivery van that has two port patrol vehicles, one on either side of it, and the port patrol constables, security guards, what have you. They are just starting to get out of their speeders. On top of this delivery van that is in the middle is a Deveronian woman who is in something very close to biker leathers with this almost glowing red skin and two darker patches of where vestigial horns could be, but apparently on Deveronian women's is not, and flowing black hair around that. She is holding up a large energy rifle that has been continuously disintegrating things that Lone has been using to try and hit her with. The tractor beam engages. It locks on to the delivery van that she is on. And as the tractor beam starts lifting it up and starting to pull it close to the Codfather, Lone's two work lights that are in his shoulder are tracking the delivery van as it gets pulled closer and closer and closer to the Codfather, picking up speed all the way. As it gets closer and closer, the tractor beam is very effectively grabbing onto it. It is definitely bringing it closer, just like what was wanted both so long ago and 2 episodes ago. Because there is a despair on the roll, what I think is going to happen with this is the absolute worst thing that could. The assassin is staying on the delivery van that is coming in closer and closer. I'm figuring that this is something to the effect of like red hot shots as a delivery van, like something exceedingly basic, exceedingly local. As they get in, I am figuring that the assassin is going to attempt to dismount onto the top of the Codfather.
Uh-oh.
The van is coming in, getting in close to where, like, the lights and everything were a good place for it to be set down where it's, like, trapped. Except it then also provides almost a ladder up to attempt to get onto the top of the Codfather, especially as it's still floating over. Yeah, I figured that she is going to attempt to do a coordination check to jump up onto the Codfather. First, I'm going to be using a Destiny point, which, by the way, the Destiny pool at the start of this episode is 3 dark side points.
Yep. We all roll dark side.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you usually don't roll in Darda, do you?
Unless there's only 2 Destiny points rolled,
Yeah.
I generally am not rolling. Honestly, 3 Destiny points is enough.
But now we have a light side point. Thanks.
Well, yes. For the next roll, yes. I do figure that this is going to be like a hard type check to get up. Like it's still a timing thing. It's still jumping up onto a ship. It's not exactly the easiest thing. I'd even go with it's unsteady for her to jump up from. So, yeah, I would go with it being like a 1 red, 2 purple, 1 setback kind of a check.
Appropriate, I think.
And let's see.
Huh.
Well, that's a bit of a thing. So, getting 2 failure, 1 advantage, and 1 triumph. So she's not able to get up onto the Codfather. But she does have a triumph with it, which is a very interesting thing.
Would you like a suggestion?
I will definitely take suggestions, sure.
I mean, she did want the door to open, and we are flinging a van, like truck at it. What if all she needed was a delivery van to smash open our door?
Okay, I can go with that. What I'm gonna go with for that style thing is the tractor beam is coming in closer as because there's nothing really holding the van in place, and it's like controlled by the tractor beam. As she's coming in, as she's sort of moving to the side, it causes the van to start rolling and spiraling, if anything, dumping her onto the ground, not that far. It then causes the van to start twisting and shearing to the side, which then destroys the van, rolling it on the ground and having it roll into the side of the big cargo pod. Yes, the transport cargo pod. That it hits front door for the cargo pod, the one that everyone exited through and to get onto the bus so many episodes ago. So it hits that door, essentially buckles, and the side of it opens enough that a being is able to get in through that. The van might be in a combustible state, but we'll see how despairs and all that go for other things. It is starting to flicker and that sort of stuff, but who knows? Maybe they actually have a way of sealing the gel compartments so they don't get energetic. Maybe.
It's probably fine.
The assassins dumped onto the ground. I'm going with that. They're prone on the ground. They are probably going to take, like, quote unquote, a round to get up because they've been somewhat knocked senseless by being dumped onto the ground. Lone and Azee, especially Lone, at least has a decent idea as to roughly where. We do have the Port Patrol people starting to file out of their sedan, Crown Vic type things. Then the camera raises up and looks off a little bit into the distance, and we see the glint of this commotion going off of a windshield. The windshield of a red and yellow airspeeder. The view then switches from looking from essentially over the Codfather's bridge at the situation that's happening that is so many lights, it's fairly well lit, and so much action is going on. Then it is going over to Norin, who is just recovering from having to void their stomach out the window of the passenger side of this speeder.
And it was deeply unpleasant because I doubt there was anything of substance in that stomach to upchuck. So it was just acid. Blech. Gross. And some alcohol, probably.
And some alcohol, yeah. There was definitely some drink, but food? No.
Just burns the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't freak out. 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 Breathing exercises. Yeah,
Norin, like, pats themselves down and finds...
Yeah, no. Okay. See? Bad feeling. Bad smelling. Oh god, that's really bad. Rain outside. Bad. Ugh. I don't know what is happening. My head really hurts. I'm in the port. Let's try to get to the Godfather. Yep, that's a good plan. Getting to the Godfather.
And Norin will try and stand and get out of the speeder.
All of the 8 ships for the different Hutball teams landed with their noses pointed at each other and a large sort of common area in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So the ship that this is parked next to is not the one directly across from the Codfather. It is one that's 3 counterclockwise to the Codfather. So the speeder itself is just in behind the bulk of this ship. As Norrin gets up to like the bumper at the front, you're able to see this scene that seems to be out of a holo novel, that is this massive droid being surrounded by so many security guards and a laughing Chatterfan on their shoulder that is turning around and going to the Codfather. It seems like the light post that is directly outside where the Codfather's entrance is has been destroyed. The ones that are a little bit further away seem to have been... One is bent at about halfway up, and another one is somehow flickering, but it looks like the entire post that's normally holding the light like 20-ish feet up has been bent in half, and now the light is shining upwards. There is a delivery van that is pressed up against the Codfather now that looks to have had some damage to the cargo pod. You can only kind of see it in relief, but it looks like there's a couple craters around the open area in between all the ships.
I vaguely remember a battle happening. Okay, that's probably the explanation for all this. I wonder if I can signal Lone, and then Lone and Aziz can come over here and take me back to the Godfather. And that would probably be a lot safer than me trying to stumble all the way over myself. Since they were fighting someone. The Veronian. Yeah. Does the speeder have lights? Maybe I can flicker the lights at them.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to go with the engine is off on this, but yeah, the speeder does have lights. And if you're wanting to toggle them, absolutely. And it's very much accessible from the passenger side.
Yep. That's what Norrin does. Norrin kind of like leans and slumps over into the driver's side and like fumbles around for the right button and then like just starts pressing it. On and off, on and off, on and off. And honks the horn once.
This does feel like I should get a check.
Uh-huh.
They are in the middle of a fight. They did just kind of get turned in the opposite direction, but what I'm wanting to get you to do is actually roll their perception for this.
Yeah.
And I'm figuring, so with what I just said, I'm figuring that the difficulty should be 1 red, 1 purple, 1 setback. That would be the difficulty. For the actual skill of it, it is... Z is the most perceptive of them, and Z has 2 yellows.
Okay, so yellow, yellow. And then what was the difficulty you said?
Red, purple, setback.
Cool. 2 threat.
Amazing.
So I think I know what the threat is, but you get to spend that. But you know what? Norrin fails to get their attention and then remembers, oh, there's probably a holocom somewhere. And we'll waste the next minute or so looking for the comm.
Okay.
I can spoil and tell you exactly where the comm is once you eventually get to it.
Uh-huh.
It's hidden in the arm.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, I don't want to immediately find it.
Yeah, it's going to take a minute to go.
Because I did fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're in Issa Cell's, like, dress. There's no pockets.
Yeah, there's no pockets, which is an abomination. It's a crime against sentience.
Yeah. No argument here. I am wanting to... Also, kind of, I haven't had a chance to actually use Z and Lone too much for the actual rolling, so I am wanting to have Lone use his current club to attempt to percussively rearrange the front of the Codfather, essentially attempting to slam the hole shut. Because big giant droid that is got like Brawn 5. All that he's doing is trying to punch it. But he has to do enough damage to actually do it. I'm thinking a difficulty of 2 purple and 2 setback. Shouldn't be too much difficulty. Just whether he can actually get enough leverage and whatnot. I'm thinking.
Things are
Wow.
really going great for that Deveronian.
Honestly.
I'm kind of impressed. And yeah, like does have 4 advantage, but 1 explicit failure as opposed to just no successes. And yeah. I mean, most of the dice actually came up, and it was a lot of dice, but yeesh. Yeah, that was a thing. We've got lone. I'm figuring that at least from the failure, the base of whatever light stand he was using is now shattered or bent in such a way that it won't work. Does have 4 advantage, which I'm not quite sure on how to use. I would definitely put it towards the party on how, since this is a pseudo GMPC.
I mean, Lone's still bent metal, so I'm thinking the Deveronian's is like a little bit hesitant to try to run past them on account that they are made of flesh and bone.
All right, yeah.
It could
That
be
is
setbacks to actually gain entry to the Codfather.
That is a good one, yeah.
And I was like, if we have an extra 1 or 2 advantages to let Captain First Mate Issa Norin inside know that, oh, our door's open.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I'm just going to be using proper character names. So, Izazel's in the bridge, Norn is at the speeder.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'm just going to get confused as all
I'm just
get
being a
out.
dork.
No, I mean, honestly, I've lost at least an hour over the last month trying to figure out how I'm wanting to refer to everyone, but yeah, it's just going to get too complicated if I do anything. For me, let alone our listeners, as they're trying to understand all the stuff that's going on. So yeah, Izazel is up there, had just seen this van come and get essentially twisted out of the tractor beam. Thankfully, the tractor beam shuts off before it starts picking up random things. And it goes rolling. There's a hit. There's this huge ringing through the entirety of the Codfather. And then Lone is running as only this giant of a droid can. Like thump, thump, thump. And especially because you're at one of the status indicator boards for the bridge, like weapons would definitely have this. You hear a second clang, like a large metal piece hitting the side of the Codfather. It is at that moment when a light goes on saying that the front ramp is no longer secure. As the ringing, like actual ringing of the Codfather, quiets, you hear the ting of the warning light showing up. And yeah, now it's this nice glowing red. Front door is not secure.
Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. The door is open.
And she's gonna do the same thing Norn was doing earlier and looking for the comm and stop and go, wait, I'm on my ship. Presses the comm button and sets it off to the crew. just like,
All right, everyone here by the Codfather, just to let you know, the door's open and we have an assassin outside. So we should probably not let me. Yes, don't let me be attacked. But also, your captain is by a speeder a little ways up the. Captain, can you hear me?
they tried her best not to freak people out.
Okay. At this, I'm just sort of figuring that with comms coming into play, this is the perfect time to actually have Bookman's comm show up. Code 2, Minnow 1. Being able to collect up what could be our errand code. And I'm making our way back to where we had lost it, because it was looking like Minnow 1 was needing a wee spot of backup, and with a delay, even more. So Exile and I will be heading back to offer a wee bit of support there. Just to let everyone know, there does seem to be a connection between those at the arena, those in the Cracker Cats, and happenstances which are going on elsewhere in the general neck of the woods with the landing fields. Hopefully Rusty and the others have you back. Any which way, ta-ta for now.
If we pre-agreed on this, then Norin is like,
This person. Okay, got it.
Yeah, we've got a status update from Hookman and Jones. They're calling and saying that they've collected up Troy, and that they're heading back to Vadalorn. We had Izazel saying that the front of the Codfather has now been opened, especially considering that would be audio for that would have been coming out of Norin's arm. That would have been a pretty good way of finding where the
Found it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I built it into the arm. Duh. Like a bum brace or a greave or something.
it's very weird hearing my own voice like that.
I'll read you Cod Actual. Read you Cod 5. Peter is under the looking for a ship name.
Good.
I can't find it. Very dark down here.
Don't worry, Cod 2. I'm on the ship right now.
And I can imagine Norn having a slight accent. What is going on? But
I hear you, Cod 2. I'm on the ship, so I can get your location, but
this is more clarity out of character. The section that was cracked open is the pod door, correct? For our big pod.
Correct. The actual, the main floor of the pod. The residences of, as in the crime scene, is still on the top floor. So it has not been damaged.
This flashlight. But that might have just been giving my position away to the enemy. I don't know words.
Cat Actual, Rusty or Big Eye, if one of you could help Cod Actual get back to get somewhere safe, please do that. I'm gonna be real let our little friend come into the ship. I have an idea.
As she runs over to the captain's table, if they're coming into the pod, we have control of the pod, and someone's about to get locked in with only one way out. Boy, oh boy, do I have a key in my pocket that gives me a lot of stuff that can flush someone out.
Yeah, I mean, it is set up for hutball training, so there's a lot of interesting toys on the ground.
A lot of toys, a lot of traps. We got gases in the med bay. This person has no idea what they just walked into. Wrong person just ended up in this body. Like, Isabel just jumps back into the
I
cabinet.
know, Izazel has the poison cabinet key.
The poison cabinet and control that pod. Oh, this assassin has made a mistake. So she's gonna jump into the captain's chair and just goes full sending into locking that pod down, just fully, like, because it's on the inside. There's like doors that go onto the ship proper, so she's gonna lock every one of those doors.
Okay, absolutely. No,
I'll do a computer check for that. I'm looking at it.
I was pondering about doing a check, but no, that just makes that would be a normal function. Like, there would be a button literally to do that. It might set off a few alarms, but that's
And
alarms inside.
The computer check
Whatever.
might be for activating every single one of those traps in there, because like, I gotta keep her distracted.
Okay, that I could definitely go with. Like, as I said, like the emergency shutting doors, that sort of stuff. It's a spaceship. You've got to have that. But turning on things and doing that sort of stuff, yeah, no, I can totally see that being a thing. I figured that if you were in the pod and logged in with them, it would be an average check. But since you're in the Codfather proper, and it is still the Hotball team's computers versus the Codfather's computers, I'm going to make it a I'm going to increase the difficulty 1 because you're going into a different computer system, and I'm going to use a destiny point to make it a 1 red,
1 red, 2 purple.
2 purple check.
Can I argue for a
Yes.
boost that both Norin Brain and Isasil Soul know this shit better than anyone else? Yay!
Yeah,
So
I can
that's
go with the boost for that.
3 yellows, a green, 2 purples, a red, and a blue. And I have never rolled that many yellow dice for intelligence check. Let's go. Oh, come on! So that was 2 failures and an advantage. That's what I get for being confident.
There were 4 failures rolled in that check.
The boost tried.
Uh-huh.
The boost really tried. And now I just want to use that backup alarm in here somehow.
So, man, those traps ain't getting activated, but could I just use the one advantage that I turned off the lights? Those traps are staying off.
Yeah, I can go with that. I can totally go with that. That the lights are now off.
Luckily, the security is like automatic, but the lights are off at least. And she's like,
Well, there goes buying myself time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's essentially like the space doors are shut now. But yeah, now the lights in
Well, now
in
the
there
plan
are
B
off.
for smoking out an assassin. To medical bay I go.
To quickly describe how Big Guy and Rusty are splitting up, how Z is jumping down from Lone's shoulder and initially taking a look at the security guards who are starting to swarm around the Codfather, putting up a perimeter, taking a look up to Lone, who just nods, and Lone is turning and just booking it off to where Norin was flashing the lights. Lone's booking it off towards where Norin is. Z has come down onto the ground pretty much right where the assassin has disappeared from, the assumption being that she has gone into the hole that has been left by the delivery truck, on account of pretty sure that someone saw that. As Z is about to disappear into there, he clears the repeating rifle's breech and flicks on the light that is at the tip of this massive weapon. As that happens, he disappears into the rent open corner of the front hatch. And there's Lone just doing an open yard dash. I do figure they should at least have a tiny bit of a roll, like an average type roll to get over or around, however it is, the semicircle of vehicles that are in security guards to make sure that they can get to Norin unimpeded.
What kind of roll do you think? It sounds like a coordination check.
Actually, I'm going to go with athletics because while he's not agile, he could definitely just sort of, and he's of the size where I'm figuring that if he has to go around or over a land speeder, he's just going over. That they're just like steps to him. Not to mention that his athletics is another 2 yellow and a green on top of his coordination check. His athletics is 2 yellow, 3 green, and removes 2 setbacks. I'm really feeling like it should be a 1 red, 1 purple, 1 setback kind of a check, and he removes a setback. The red because a land speeder is not exactly a stable thing to be running over. Okay, the dice have been horrible tonight, so he can probably make it over
Sammy's the
there.
only one who hasn't rolled yet.
I'm scared to.
Do it.
Yeah, do you want me to roll for Lone then?
I think you were nominated, yes.
What was his pool again?
Lone's pool is 2 yellow,
And sorry, I
3
missed the
green.
difficulties.
And it'll be going up against 1 red, 1 purple. because he also
Nice.
removes 2 setback.
Oh my goodness.
I knew it. It's opposite day.
You know, on the theme of Freaky Friday, that all checks out.
You beat me to it. Awesome.
Yeah, for the listeners, that's 3 success and 1 advantage. So the first allied past roll.
And
First
it's
successful roll
Sammy's
of the
roll.
night.
That is.
Okay, now we just jinxed it.
Well,
But
we're about to do a
It's
new
fine.
episode. It's fine.
yeah. Yeah, fair. Okay, so yeah, Lone. I really just like the image of Lone. He rises up kind of like the Hulkbuster suit from Age of Ultron, like up big. And then of all dang things that he does the arm reloads or the fist reloads from Mission Impossible and just books it. Not trying to run around, not trying to choosing one of the paths of least resistance, which is over one of the patrol speeders, and without breaking stride, he plants a foot down in front, one onto the hood, denting it, one onto the roof of it, smashing one of the lights, and then onto the trunk, and then past, going at a good enough speed that very shortly, since we're not exactly in structured time, very shortly is going to be getting to as now Norn can see the 2 shoulder lights bouncing and jostling as he's running flat out towards where Norn is.
3 cheers for teamwork.
And Norn's just gonna like collapse in the seat and just like,
Every impact makes everything shake, and that hurts. My brain is scrambled eggs. This is valuable knowledge for what it feels like to be fed on by an Unzant. I should remember this for what's his face? Yeah.
So we've got Isis on the captain's seat. We've got Norn there. Lone is running off to collect Norn. We've got Z going in hunting with his rifle that is roughly the size of a Z, because comedic heavies are kind of a thing for me. Camera switches around to just sort of to do a bit of a quick montage. There's Jones, the Weequay Ranit, and a crate in the back of this other delivery van. Going through the little portal window, we see Hookman driving as if he's being chased by the Empire in this delivery van, going surprisingly fast for a delivery van. It's amazing what he can do with full throttle in something that's speed 1. The camera then continues on and does a sort of dissolve into looking at Vadalorn as she's getting to the door where these 2 attempted assassins have ran through. So there's a stairwell that Vadalorn had recently come up. Going down this staircase, on every other stair going down, there's this footprint that has been made of a adhesive that is slowly breaking apart. It's like one of those memory foam things that has been washed a little too much, heated too much, and is now broken down and is leaving bits and pieces as it's, in this case, being hit on the way down. With that sort of a setup, what is Vadalorn wanting to do or say?
So when I'm picturing a stairwell like this, I'm picturing, like, if you look over the rail, you can just see all the way down to the ground floor. And
Yeah.
gravity is notably faster than stairs. Can I just, like, drop down the middle and basically, like, kind of grab the railing on each floor just to slow my fall so I'm not plummeting, but I'm still falling faster than somebody taking the stairs like a normal person?
Okay. That sounds
is essentially
interesting.
she's like jumping over the railing and going down, 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 like hopping rail to rail rather than.
Oh yeah, this is totally a park
Yeah.
or going down the inside.
Not
Yeah,
just like a straight free fall. No.
You're not Isacel. You're not making that mistake.
No.
Thank you. That then means this entire quip gets kept in the main episode, as opposed to just being an outtake. I'm just sort of thinking like something of a Jackie Chan movie or
Yes.
District 13, and just side to side to side to side to side. Yeah, no, absolutely, this would be a coordination type job.
Excellent.
Yeah, just to prove that I am exactly that sort of person, I will first find the
It's reverse
window that I'm supposed to be in for this, and then I will use my last destiny point to make it a
Well,
2 red check.
I mean, I
And
can't
it's
let
like
you leave that unflipped, so. Why? Why?
Oh, I didn't do that. Apparently you have to hit enter for the thing to flip.
Okay, so is red setback?
Yes, red setback.
I actually have a thing that removes setback on coordination checks. And I get a boost for setback
Awesome.
talent. Not setback. Oh my goodness. I need more calf. The shortcut talent gives me a boost. Well,
Ooh.
okay. So now I'm scared. Fate's gonna hit me somewhere else because that is, in fact, a successful roll with 1 success and 2 advantage. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And the boost
Yeah.
giving you the 2 advantage. For some of our listeners, we have a long-running thing of where boosts just are blank. I mean, there are t-shirts if you go over to Silhouette Zero.
Yeah, I always wondered why you rolled a blank d6.
They're really nice t-shirts. Yeah, so you have successfully made it down. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, this is you trying to catch up to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Vad
we'll get you to
hops the
describe
railing
that.
and just kind of not quite free falls between floors, grabbing the railing on each level just to slow them down just enough that it's not lethal.
It's reverse climbing.
Yeah, exactly. And then catches up to them and swings in onto their floor right behind them. And I'm going to assume this scares the pants off them because that's unexpected.
So you're landing in
Yes.
a very loud fashion.
That sounds like a deliberate
Okay.
intimidation attempt as well.
I
Stop,
mean,
in the name
it
of-
could be.
Not the law, in the name of justice?
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me on the socials at
I'm
Deuterium Ice.
Henry, and you can find me everywhere as @SimDisorder, SYM Disorder.
I'm Sammy. I'm at places on the internet at linktree/Goddess Sammy with 1 fewer S's than you might think.
And you can find me and all of my mercenary work at linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
And we are all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes
You can
and
find more
previous
episodes
seasons.
on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroes@thehydianway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
And if you like what we do and want to support the show, you can with a Calf Crew subscription at ko-fi.com/thehydianway. That's ko-fi.com/thehydianway.
Landed with their noses playing, with their noses.
I wonder if I could signal Loam, and then Loam and Aziz can come over here. Don't you start getting uppity with me. I am recording. This isn't just an average, like, oh, my person's talking on a game and I'm gonna start demanding attention. You start making noise, I kick you out there and you get to have your face eaten. Will you play it again? Like, did we agree on all of these code names beforehand? Because Norin has no idea. Like, Exile makes sense. Rusty, I think, is Aziz.
I think
Otherwise,
Rusty
I
might
got
be.
nothing.
I think Rusty's might be alone.
Yeah, because metal.
No, Ezra called it with a Z.
Yeah. Okay,
What,
so
I
COD 2 is
have a-
Norin. COD actual is still COD 2 Norin. Rusty Aziz.
Minnow 1.
Minnow 1 Battlelorn. I think I sent him after COD 7 Trollway and Exile 1 Jones. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now that I know Minnow 1 is referring to me,
How offended are you? How offended is Battlelorn?
Battlelorn is very offended, but Battlelorn also doesn't know that they're Minnow 1 either.
Okay. If these
Okay,